Привет!
Bonjour!
Hey everyone, welcome to the Morning Brew Season 1, Episode 14 with Vienna Whyte, a Yeg Music production. We're your hosts. I'm Marissa Kay.
I'm Millie Rouge.
And we are from Vienna Whyte. Welcome everyone. Welcome to you. And welcome to
Welcome to Friday.
No, it's not Friday.
No, but I mean...
It's not even close to
Thursday.
Friday.
No. Wait.
Yes, it would be Thursday.
Thursday.
You gotta watch some Sesame Street to get your days of the week right. But to be fair, we're like a day ahead right now, so it's a little bit tricky.
It's confusing. Oh. Confusing.
Honestly, I'm surprised that I even know what day it is most of the time.
I know, right? Probably because of our phones. It just lovely, they just tell us days of the week. But yeah.
Days of
It's
the
like,
week.
I need that, I read this post that was like when you're younger and you had that underwear that used to have like the days of the week on them.
You had underwear with days of the week on it?
Yeah, that's like a very common thing. You didn't have
What?
that? Okay,
no?
So little girls used to have like their like granny pack of underwear, and it was like it was five, I think it was 7 or 5 pairs of and they would have like, mine was like Flintstones, for example, and it would have like different images in the center. And then just like above it, the days of the week. So it'd be like, this is my Monday underwear. This is my Tuesday underwear.
I've literally never heard of that in my entire life. You actually had days of the week underwear.
Yeah. I mean, I never wore them on the right day, but
I mean, I understand the practicality of it, but also like, I mean, I guess it's a good way to teach you the days of the week too, but like, I don't know. I was just like, okay, you just put on a new pair of underwear every day.
I don't know.
Don't
I
wear
don't
the
know
same
why.
pair.
I don't know why I had it. I just did. Seems weird now, but at the time it made sense.
Yeah. That's like most decisions. That's like most decisions in my life. It seems weird now, but at the time it made sense.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking is like, if you were a mom, let's say, and your kid was like, I want to wear them again. You're like, okay, so you literally have Sunday and Sunday night to get that underwear just like completely washed and dried and ready to go for Monday again. It's a little stressful.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to participate in.
Speaking of, that's one thing I mean, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this while we're recording, but I was like, I really need to go underwear shopping because it's like, you gotta, yeah, you can't really do it.
Well, maybe
I mean,
you can
like,
get stuff online. Yeah.
I suppose you can. Yeah.
You probably can on Amazon and stuff.
Yeah.
Not that Amazon's like the most ethical site, but it's very convenient, which is terrible, but it is. So,
yeah, it's one of those things where you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Totally. Well, I have like a stepdad who like loves Amazon, and everything he gets off is Amazon, and he like really got me into the ropes of like showing me Amazon and how like convenient it is and how easy it is. And then I have my other middle sister, and I think she's like this, and her husband, and like my brother-in-law's like this too, where they're like, Amazon is the worst, Amazon is terrible, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but I really want this nice like diffuser or this nice, like it's just.
Yeah, and it's hard because it's like it's one of those things where like you don't want to see the sausage get made kind of thing, and like know what goes on.
Yeah.
And it's a very difficult moral situation to be in, because on one end you're like, I want the workers to be able to, have a safe environment. I want them not to kill themselves over this. I don't want people to die in the warehouse. Like I want them to feel safe and comfortable at work.
Yeah.
So like you can do everything that you can. You can like, sign the petitions, you can donate money to certain organizations and everything. And then the other side of it is like, well, we're in the middle of a thing right now. So we can't.
This conveniently works out for everybody.
Well, and it conveniently works out, and it sucks because like companies like Amazon are going to make money no matter what. So it's just kind of like.
Yeah. And I think I read somewhere that like Amazon donated, like literally they compared like with rice, how much Amazon donated. And they're like, this is how much Amazon has donated. And it's like, they like dumped a whole bag of rice. Cause that's like, they're like saying, basically this is his worth is this much rice. And they took like one speck of rice and they're like, this is how much he donated from all the money that he actually makes. And you're just like, cause when you hear, Amazon donated 5.5 million. You're like, wow, that's a lot. But then you think about them, you're like, they're a fucking they're a billionaire. So they, you know, like
Millie uses
I can't
expletives when
stop.
she's getting passionate.
They really only gave you like maybe $20 worthy of like how much I actually have in my bank account, you know? That's just what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
But
I know. And it's, again, it's one of those things where you're like in a really weird moral space. And I mean, right now I really want to try to support local businesses as much as I possibly can. But on the other hand, it's like, you know, if I'm trying to get my students to get the next piano book, I'm like, well, the only place you can really get it is Amazon. So it's a crappy moral situation to be in. And I don't know the answers. I just know what's my perspective.
Right. No, exactly.
So,
no,
it's a crazy thing. But man,
well,
speaking of
this kind of ties in, hey?
Yeah, speaking of products, this ties really well into our topic of the day, which is how to buy makeup frugally.
Here, I'll look it up for you.
I think that's what it was. It was something like that. This is my thing. I remember generally what the topic was.
The topic is tips for getting affordable makeup or tips to help you save on makeup. Which is a good topic because I think I
have the answer. Don't buy makeup.
Stop buying stupid eyeshadow palettes.
But they're so pretty and they're so fun.
They are fun. You know, okay, so I guess we should I kind of want to go back in time and talk about like when I first bought makeup to where I'm at now to kind of compare, because there's definitely some trial and error of like pricing and products and different companies and different stores. So I think this is definitely one of those things you just kind of grow up to know as you grow, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Know as you grow.
Know as you grow. But I know it sounds funny, but I mean, if you can get tips from people beforehand, it does save you a lot of hassle and everything like that. So hopefully this video will help you with that. But I found when I was younger, like I think I started wearing makeup at age like, I don't know, grade 6 or 7. I started very early because I had 2 sisters. So my 2 sisters were of course wearing makeup and they were older than me. So it just kind of influenced me to just want to wear makeup. So I remember I would just start very small with a lot of the products that either they didn't use anymore or that maybe my mom just had like extra that she would let me borrow. So I would kind of use mainly just like foundation and eyeshadow and mascara, nothing too intense. But then in grade 7, I would start to wear more liquid eyeliner. So that was something I started to purchase at like drugstores. And then I kind of migrated. I actually, in grade 8, I had a allergic reaction, basically is what it was, to makeup. And my skin sensitivity was so bad that I couldn't wear makeup anymore. And I literally had like scaly skin because my like allergies, and I figured out I was also allergic to cats at this time, were just wild. So I actually tapped into the world of hypoallergenic makeup because my mom was very adamant about like, okay, obviously you're not reacting well to this makeup, so let's try hypoallergenic makeup. But hypoallergenic makeup is really effing expensive because it's hypoallergenic. So that only lasted for about 2 years of me actually using it. But I think it did make a difference. Like I think if you have a lot of skin sensitivity, hypoallergenic is the way to go. And you know, you can go to places like Sephora and find a lot of that. But I think I went to a lot of drugstores and found hypoallergenic brands for my skin. It all kind of depends on your skin type as well too. So that's something to consider depending on the kind of skin history you have. And then in grade 10, I got super, super into makeup, like embarrassingly into makeup. And I would buy all these crazy palettes and all these crazy colors, and I would wear them, and it was embarrassing because it was like, why are you wearing yellow eyeshadow on a Monday morning in high school? But hey,
I'm gonna need to see some photos of these, please.
You know what? I don't even know. I'd have to go looking. I have to go digging for sure to find it. But so yeah, I think like that was my peak of makeup where I really, really enjoyed buying makeup. And I wouldn't really buy like drugstore. I would just buy like Sephora brand and everything like that. And then after grade 12, I went to university and I kind of laid off on the eyeshadow so much. But and just wore like eyeliner, which was really fun to wear. And then I went into a phase where I thought I was wanting to be a makeup Instagrammer. Jeez. And then I started to buy more makeup, and I would buy more palettes from the drugstore. So I think, after that, I kind of chilled out and just kind of stopped wearing makeup too much. Like, I wear it obviously sometimes, but I don't like to wear it as much. And my skin is fairly sensitive still. So my point, I guess, through all of this is I really only shopped at like the Sephora expensive brands a few times in my life. I never found, the products that I noticed I did buy, they would last a very, very long time. Like, sometimes the foundation would last like up to 6 months, or the eyebrow gel I had would last like almost a year. So I think it really depends on which products you use and how much you use of it. So if you are a person who uses so much concealer, which I think I do use a lot of concealer and foundation, then you should probably buy those products at drugstores. But if you're looking for maybe like a really nice highlighter or a really nice blush, because you don't use a whole lot of that when you do your makeup, I think you can indulge in a little bit more into those more expensive products that do last longer and have, higher reviews and people really like them. So that's kind of how I felt with like the Anastasia Beverly Hills brand. For the longest time I was like, it seems like too expensive, but I actually bought an eyebrow gel for $25 and it's lasted me pretty much a year, maybe less, but nope, pretty much a year. I think it's for my birthday. So, there's definitely some worth to buying more expensive products, and that's just like with clothing too. But yeah, that's kind of my take on how to be more frugal. And I would always go to London Drugs or Shoppers and just look for the sale items. And that's kind of what I would gravitate towards if I wanted to experiment with new makeup and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything I was going to say too, I don't know if you can tell, I do wear quite a bit of makeup. That's mostly because I'm on camera every single day. So I'm like, people go and see me and I don't look very good without makeup sometimes. So not that I'm going to say that you shouldn't wear makeup because it's just fun. Personal moral thing. Anyway, so I actually didn't really wear makeup very much in junior high, just because my mom was very much like, you don't need makeup right now. Like, you're still young, you have the good skin. And I was like, no, I don't. I didn't understand makeup. I thought I was fashionable. I was not. I think my mom found all of my old ID pictures. I'll have to like see if I can find where she posted those. Just like watching me through the years, like you can tell when I started to wear makeup, and it was like it's a transformation. But for me, my whole relationship with makeup was mostly for dance. Like my mom did my makeup for dance. It was like that really light sky blue eyeshadow with like red lipstick and mascara and a whole lot of blush, because the stage lights are bright, so you got to look not pasty, but instead they want you to look red in the face. So that's what we wore a lot. So that was mostly my my relationship with makeup. I wore lipstick before I wore eyebrow makeup, so it's just funny. I had this, I don't want to say I had a revelation, but like I think it was grade 9 that I started to wear makeup, and I did the thing where I wore like the pencil eyeliner and the waterline. I didn't really put it on my top lid at all. I wore mostly just foundation. I didn't really wear anything else.
Yeah, that was a trend.
Because I didn't know that primer was a thing. I didn't know that, setting powder was a thing. I didn't know setting spray was a thing. So I learned all these things as I went along. And I didn't really have any like crazy colors. Most of the makeup that I wore was like, I got in those little like gift sets that you get when you're like 12, and people are like, here's a little thing from Claire's, and it's all like really cheap, like bad makeup. And it's like, those lip glosses and those like little lipstick things with like that came with a little brush, and it didn't stick on very well, and it was just like really bad. It was like melted crayon basically. So yeah,
I wonder why that was like a thing.
I don't know. It was like,
no makeup.
You're a girl, so let's be beautiful.
Yeah, like,
I don't know. It was weird.
Well, no lipstick I wear nowadays requires me to use a brush to put it on. Just saying, but
Well, like sometimes if you want to get like super precise, I guess you can use a brush, but
Yeah.
you don't really need to.
It's
But
not very common.
yeah. Um, so that was like mostly my experience, was just getting it as a gift.
Mhm.
So the moment I actually started going to buy my own makeup, I didn't really know how to match my skin tone. I didn't know you had to use the tester. I was just like, I think this looks pretty good. And I would like, and then it turned out to be way too dark. I didn't even realize like what undertones meant in
Yeah.
skin. So like I kind of have like a pink undertone in my skin. So I
Mhm.
was like, I should probably go for a pinker one, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I would often get like the wrong color. So like I would often have like a line going here, and I didn't know you could put makeup on your neck
Yeah.
to kind of blend it
Good
out.
times.
So I learned a lot about makeup from YouTube tutorials. I watched a
I
lot
was
of
just
YouTube
gonna say,
tutorials.
yeah, the time
Um,
of frame when YouTube really became on the rise was when we were kind of in that high school era, and
oh
makeup
yeah,
tutorials were huge.
I think her name was Michelle Fan. Her
Yes,
makeup tutorials, yeah, she was like the OG
she's
beauty
awesome.
queen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched a lot of those. I learned about contouring when I was like 19. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, you can contour, and then it just became like something fun that I like to do. It wasn't
Yeah.
because I was like a insecure teenager being like, boys will not like me if I don't wear makeup. And I just, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a
turned into,
hilarious misconception is that people think we actually wear makeup for other people, even it's really just in reality for ourselves.
well, and it's also like just kind of fun. Like when I was doing my eyeliner this morning, I was actually super proud of myself. I was like, look at that line. I had such a steady hand this morning.
Well, it
And it was
really
just,
is like art in
yeah,
another format, right? So I think,
yeah, exactly. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of fun. It's like photoshopping your face in real life. Like I used to
yeah,
Photoshop pictures all the time, and I was just like, ooh, what if I can do this? And ooh, I can make your hair purple. Like it was really
right,
cool.
totally.
So anyway, that's my whole point of what I'm talking about. That was just like my experience with makeup. But
Hmm.
most of the stuff that I buy is like from, Shoppers or Rexall. So like and I also go for the sales.
Yeah.
I try my best to get uh, cruelty free makeup. I know it's really
Yes.
hard and that stuff is more expensive. So
Hmm.
if my purse allows it,
Yeah.
I'll try to go for that stuff. Just because it's, I don't know, makes me feel better about the products that I
Totally.
purchase. I do this with my shampoo too. I get like vegan shampoo,
Hmm.
cruelty free.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and I know a lot of my friends shop that way, but again, sometimes it is more expensive, which is
Hmm.
unfortunate. But and I've only really spent money when I had it. I don't go every single month to buy expensive
Right.
makeup just because
It's
it's
more
like
just a luxury every now and
makeup is
then.
expensive. Yeah, and
Yeah.
if I want to actually like get a high quality product, I have noticed that those ones make my skin feel a lot less gross.
Yeah.
Like the primer that I bought at Sephora and the foundation that I bought at Sephora felt so great on my skin. Like it felt so nice and light and fluffy on my skin. And I have like a weird mix of oily and dry skin. It's
Yeah.
really weird. Like it's super oily near the end of the day, but like when I wash everything off and it's like all the moisture sucked from my
Mm,
skin.
interesting.
Um, yeah, so it's kind of a weird in between. Like it dries out and it gets oily. It's
Well, I
really
do find a lot of Sephora, like a lot of times I went to Sephora and tried a product and it's like really expensive. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And I put it on and it's worse than drugstore. So it's really
really.
hit or miss sometimes with me with Sephora because I'll be like, okay, that didn't really last as long as I thought it would. And that costed me double the price of what I would normally pay at like a drugstore, for example. I've had that happen a few
Hmm.
times.
That's interesting. I've never had that experience before, but I guess
Yeah.
you and I have very different skin types too.
True. Yeah. And I
And I
think
mean,
there's a beauty in getting testers at places like that because you can do that.
mhm,
A lot of places will allow you to have like a little sample of whatever it is to try it
mhm.
before you fully commit into a $55 foundation or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, and I mean, again, like if you want to try it out, you can splurge every once in a while, but
Mhm.
I think like don't exclusively shop for sales because the sale that might not be good
Yes.
for your skin. So like you just have to kind of be aware. And I usually try to save up before I go buy makeup if I
Mhm.
absolutely need to. Like again, like I guess our job is a little bit different because we have to, go out and perform and
Mhm.
be around people a lot. And so there's in the music industry, there's a very strange expectation of how you're meant
Yes.
to look on stage, and this is for everybody. It's not just for women. Like
Mhm.
for men, I think the rules are a little bit more lax, but for
Yeah.
women especially, like there's a very certain way I'm not going to say you should look, because it's
Mm-hmm.
not a rule. You can look however you want, but I don't know, at least I feel like there's a certain type of pressure to look a certain way.
Yeah, society, it's not necessarily that anybody's telling us to look that way. It's just over time society has given this
Well,
image,
I
you know.
specifically remember, I won't name names, but
Mm-hmm.
when I was going into a certain institution, there was a certain uh,
Ah,
educational person who is not there anymore, but this person very specifically said that women should wear heels when they are performing. And I
mm-hmm.
remember I was asking somebody else for advice, and I was like, what should I do? And they're like, oh yeah, just make sure you wear heels because this person likes it when women wear heels. And I was like, that's a weird
Was this a male or a
specific
female?
rule.
Out of curiosity.
A male.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, older generation,
Yeah.
different time. I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm just saying that was the reason for their perspective.
Yeah. You don't want to
But
see
anyway,
wear heels on stage. Let's just be honest here.
yeah.
You don't want to see that.
And part of it is also fun. Like I like because I feel like also putting on makeup
Mm-hmm.
kind of changes how I present myself. So like, for example, if we're going out with Vienna Whyte and I decide to do like a really bold makeup, I'm like, I'm not Marissa Kay. I'm like Marissa Kay from Vienna Whyte. Like, like, I don't know. I want to do like a cool neon thing. So I'm like, this looks so
Mm-hmm.
cool and it like matches my jacket,
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, it's like art on your face. It's really cool and it's really fun.
Yeah, I totally think I agree. I kind of quickly list our top favorite makeup brands before we head out here, so we can give some suggestions to people for maybe if they're looking for cruelty-free / cheaper products as well. So I'm gonna start. I'll just say one I can think off the top of my head because it's like my always go-to is at the brand. Usually at Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada, but it's called Essence, and I just looked it up, and they are cruelty-free.
Nice.
That's one of my faves for sure. What about you?
I'd say, well, this one isn't really like a makeup product. It's my my shampoo, which is it's actually, funnily enough, it's L'Oreal, and it's like the blonde shampoo. So it's
Okay.
meant for not brassiness. Like the actual thing, I can't exactly remember the full name of it. I just remember exactly what the product looks like.
Right.
And it's vegan and cruelty free, and it's really great if you don't want yellowy hair, which I don't. It's more like cool blonde. And it saves your hair from getting all damaged. Right now it's not, I need a haircut, but yeah, that's a good product.
I would also recommend if you're looking for something for more sensitive skin, I would recommend Physicians Formula. That was the one I used for a few years that had really, really good, like it's really good for sensitive skin. And I believe it is also like mostly organic and cruelty free as well. A little bit more expensive, but if you're looking for something if you have skin that's like breakout crazy like mine, that's what I would suggest as well.
And in terms of my other products that I have that are cruelty free, I honestly can't remember which brands they are. I just remember looking at, like, I don't really look at the labels or like the brands. I'm just like,
yeah, whatever.
I'll just kind of like look at whatever, and I'll try to find like my colors and stuff. So like I don't shop by brand.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll say it's not really cruelty free, but one of my favorite lipsticks is the Kate Upton. I think it's Kate Upton lipsticks. Those are my favorite ones, just because I like the matte finish.
Yeah.
I don't like a glossy finish on my lips. But yeah, I think it's harder to find in drugstores too. But there's also this gel top coat that I got. Again, I'm really bad with brands. I don't remember brands. I'll have to like post it in the description. Of this like gel top coat that's completely vegan. It's made or mostly vegan. I think it's like 90%, because I think the other stuff is like chemically made, but it's like a gel top coat, and it's like vegan, and it's made from like beetroots and it's really cool, and it works really, really well. So
especially with nail polish, it's good to have, if you can, nail polish that's chemically a little bit more safe to use for sure. Alrighty, friends, so that's unfortunately all the time we have today to talk about makeup, even though I could again talk about makeup for days.
I should go live a little bit later today and see if I can do something a little bit more fun with
that. Would be so
fun. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified when our show comes out. We'll be releasing one daily, Monday through Friday.
Yes.
Beautiful. Hope you have a good day, everybody.
My name's Millie Woo.
I'm Marissa K.
And have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.